I'm back again today to do another multi-palette bingo using all my Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. So if you want to see how I go with this challenge, then keep on watching. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bettina and I'm the makeup enthusiast. In today's video, I'm doing another color challenge using all my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes. So I have 5 here, so I'm going to do a multi-palette bingo. So I'm going to select one color from each of these palettes, which are selected using a random number generator. Before we get into that video, if you're new around here and you love watching color challenges, then I hope you'll consider subscribing down below, because I do these quite often on my channel. So without further ado, let's jump on in to this video. These are all my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes. I have 5 here, like I said. As you all know, there is quite a difference between the formulas in some of these palettes. There's some questionable formulas, not mentioning any names. So I'm very interested to see how this challenge turns out because of the variances in the formulas, and there is like a huge color story difference between these palettes. So I'm excited to jump on in and try these. I think I might rank these in maybe order of when they came out, if I can remember. So I think it was first Modern Renaissance, and then I believe it was, then Prism, then Subculture, Norvina Soft Glam. I think that might be the order that they come in. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the order I think I will select them in. These are all 14 pan eyeshadow palettes. So I'm just going to go through all 5 eyeshadow palettes, and one color will be selected at random. So I have them all in front of me here. I'm going to bring up a random number generator. So starting off with Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Modern Renaissance, we have number 4, off to a good start, which is Buono Fresco. This one here. Just like a, I don't know, grey, purple, lilac-y colour. Next, we have number 13. Ooh, which is a shimmer. So the next one is the Prism Palette, and number 13 is Eternal. Okay, so number 7 out of the Subculture Palette is the colour Axis, which can be a tricky one to work with, so might be an interesting look. But it is a pretty colour. I will not deny that. It is a very pretty colour. Moving into Norvina Palette. Norvina Palette, we have number 10 is Incense, which is this brownie colour here. Okay. I'm liking this colour story. And lucky last is Soft Glam. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so number 4 is the colour Rose Pink out of the Soft Glam palette. These are going to be very interesting. Very interesting look. I think this is going to end up with like a soft ballerina-esque grungy look. Is that my description? Great description. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I'm kind of excited, not gonna lie, kind of excited. So I'm going to pop on a eyeshadow primer, and today I'm going to use my Too Faced glitter glue because I pretty much have no eyeshadow primers at the moment that I really enjoy, so I'm going to use this. Now, because this is a glitter glue, I'm imagining that some of these colours will be a little bit more difficult to work with because it's like extra tacky. And all my favourite makeup brushes are currently drying because I did do some brush washing today, so bear with. Actually, maybe they're not drying. I'm just going to go with this. So I'm just going to start off with a fluffy brush, and I think I might go into where do I want to start? I might start with the colour Buono Fresco from the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to run this through my crease. Yeah. I can already tell it's harder to work with because of the extra tackiness of the glitter glue, but we can work with it. Now, I know from previous experience that Axis can be a little bit of a shithead to work with, so I'm going to try and lay everything down and blend that one as little as I possibly can. I'm kind of gonna work around it. I'm actually really enjoying these kind of challenges at the moment because it definitely pushes me outside my comfort zone. Just blending that top edge out very messily. They are not even at all with the colour build up. That's the only problem with applying straight to a sticky base, well, I find at least, is I find that it can be difficult to make them even because of the way the primer grips to the shadows. It can be a bit hard to blend it out and make it more even. Do I do it? I'm just gonna go for it. Take no prisoners. I'm just gonna go straight into Axis now. I'm going to put this on my outer corner and yeah, pray to Jesus that it works. Okay, already got lots of fallout. That's great. Love that. And I'm just pressing this, I'm not blending, I'm just stamping. So that's my, basically my blending technique for this shadow. I don't want it to go too patchy and muddy like it is already. This one, if you blend it too much, you just kind of lose that colour and it tends to go a bit like grey blacky toned and you don't get that nice green colour that it actually is. So I'm just gonna build it up until I'm happy with the colour, and I might have to come back to this one when I add the colour to the lid. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna leave it as that for now. I know it probably looks ridiculous, but I just want to go in with the rose pink from the Soft Glam, so that's this one. I'm gonna pop this on my lid and see how we go with this like transition here between the two colours. Looks like a really nice. That's what I mean, like grungy ballerina. The problem with doing multi-palette fingers is I forget which colour in which palette and I almost dip into the wrong colour every time. Okay. Okay, I don't know how these are going to blend into each other. It's going to be fun times. I might dip back into Axis for that, but I am actually really liking how these two colours go together. I'm just going to grab back that brush and back into Axis and just stamp along that edge. I just wish this colour was a little bit more flexible. Like, I'm happy to work with colours. I just wish it was a little bit more flexible. Do I want to like completely cut it with that green? I don't think I do. I can't decide. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Oh my god, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Oh, now it just looks stupid. What am I gonna do? just ruined it. Just ruined it. Okay, just going back in. Oh my god. I'm not going to play with it anymore. So I still have the colour Eternal and the colour Incense. So Eternal and Incense to use from Prism and Norvina. I'm going to clean up this bucket load of fallout, do my base, and I'll be back to do the lower lash line and the finishing touches with you all as per usual. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I have 2 more shades to use. I have to use the colour Incense from the Norvina palette and Eternal from the Prism palette. So just gonna do Incense on the outer corner of my lower lash line to like halfway. Ooh, one of my wings looks terrible in this light. And then Eternal on the inner half. Pretty basic, putting the matte on the outer corner and the shimmer on the inner corner. This actually would have looked really nice on the lower lash line, this the top. It's coming off like a little bit mustardy on the eye almost. Oh well. I'm going to do a gold eyeliner. This is Get Paid from Colourpop. And then I think for my inner corner, just to confuse things even more and add another colour to the mix, I'm going to use the Kaleidos Makeup Comet Catcher highlighter. And I'm just going to pop this on my inner corner with a pencil brush or a lip brush. I think this is a lip brush. Yeah, this is an eyeliner brush. Alrighty, so this is the final look. I'm just going to do some close-ups and then I'll give you some thoughts. My final thoughts, well, my thoughts on this look. I mean, I quite like the colour combination in the end, and I think, as per usual, from a distance, everything looks fine. Like, everything looks fine and blended, and probably for you guys on camera it looks fine as well, and you'll probably all say that it's a beautiful look. But for me, being highly critical of my skills and how the look turned out, and the fact that I have like a magnified mirror in front of me with these lights, I can see like every single imperfection. I will definitely say that doing a challenge like this with palettes like this definitely emphasizes the fact that there are variances between the formulas of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, particularly He Who Shall Not Be Named. This one I feel like was the colour, the palette that kind of broke this look, but at the same time it made the look. I really like the colour, but working with it and everything, it made it a little bit tricky. So this particular palette, I still stand by my original statement that I do like this palette. You just have to dedicate more time to it. It's a lot more work, it's a lot more tricky to play with and get a nice look out of it. But if you can give it that time and you can give it the work that it needs and the patience that it needs, you can get some really pretty looks out of this palette. And the colour Axis, if you actually sit there and build it up and work with it and don't blend it out too much, it's actually a really pretty colour, and it does pair well with other colours to an extent. In terms of pairing the formula with other colours, difficult, but in terms of the colour, pretty easy. I think that that particular like deep, almost blackened green, like it's almost like a forest blackened green, pairs really well with a lot of other colours. Like it's pairing with like a rose gold at the moment, and it looks really nice. So color is beautiful, but the formula is where it lets itself down because it's just hard to work with. And I think that's why a lot of people shit all over this palette, because it's really hard to work with and you actually really need to put a lot of time and effort into it, in my opinion, to get a nice look. The rest of the palettes, I think this challenge really emphasized the fact that there are a lot of similarities in colors between these palettes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I actually redrew the numbers a few times because I ended up with basically the same colors when I got to the 6th palette. When I got to the 5th palette, I ended up with basically like 5 of the same color. So basically doing it that way, I would have ended up with what looked like a single color wash across the eyes. So not gonna lie to you guys, I did cheat a little bit. I did redraw a few times because I just wasn't happy with the color story and I actually wanted it to be a challenge, and that's when I landed on the colors that I got. So that's it for my 5 palette Anastasia Beverly Hills multi-palette bingo. Let me know down in the comments box what you would have done with this color combination. I would love to know. I hope I've inspired you to grab out your Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes and play with the color stories between the palettes. If you enjoyed this video and you are new around here, I hope you would consider subscribing down below so you can keep up to date on all my videos. Throughout December, I'm uploading a video every single day. If you like these kind of multi-palette bingo challenges, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That's it for this video, everyone. If you want to see any more videos of me or binge watch any of my other videos, there will be some options on the screen for you to click through to right now. That's it for today's video. I hope you're having a fantastic day and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Goodbye.